Alright, we're doing the Stalingrad map preview again because I thought the team wasn't going to try and fight, but instead they fought and then we ended up dying. So, again, we're we're doing this again. And taking a look at the pre-game artillery bombardment, which is a new thing for some of the maps in the game. I'm driving around with a bat chat just for fun. The garbage crew. I'm going to take a look over in the riverside first. Looks like the back end of the map is all blocked off with just rubble and barricaded, smashed up debris. This is supposedly going to be one of the first maps that is going to have havoc built into it. So all these buildings will be destroyed and they will fall apart perfectly. This is where the artillery will go when they need to drown themselves down on the beach. This is actually a huge map. I really like this map. I can already tell I like it. You can see there's a cool ship that's burning out in the water here. Oh, they're even gonna have artillery shells landing in the water out there too. Looks pretty cool. We got a dead train. We got some derailed cars. Some boxes to run over. Oh, and there looks like a blown up pier or something to the front. All in all, this is actually looking pretty nice. Well, not as big as some of the War Thunder maps. This is definitely a step in the right direction as far as the maps go. And it looks like I'm getting a pretty solid 60 FPS as well, which is also pretty welcome. I know this is a test server and it isn't live, but it speaks of good things. It may change when I get up into the town when it has to draw a lot more of the buildings, but I guess we'll just check that right now. Looks like, yeah, we're dropping down to like 40, 52. Yeah, it's kind of bouncing between 55 and 45. Kind of like Kharkov. This is a really neat looking area right in here. A lot of the buildings are half broken apart. I'm in here with Fire Ant. He's one of my friends that's on the live server on my clan, and it oh, I thought I'd be able to drive over that. Come on, World of Tanks. This is physics fail right here. The day a tank cannot drive over this sort of barricade is a sad day. Right, so maybe you can fix that, Wargaming. Went into this battle with no ammo. The only way for me to die is to go drown. Ooh, cool, a trolley car. This is absolutely going to be a rat's nest of flanking and just you never know what's going to happen. Oh, looks like Fire Ant knocked these trees down. He must have spawned here and went up through the middle. Looks like that used to be a bank. That used to be Vladimir's hair salon. This is where Olga met Sven. Now over on this side of the map, it looks like they have put in a terrain yard of sorts. So we'll just crash through as well. Looks like it's a bit weird to try and get into some of the areas, like they've blocked them off kind of purposefully. So let's see if we can cross this. Nope. I think they put in some artificial collision to stop people from driving over that. You should be able to drive over that probably. So we'll just head over this way. Maybe you can't actually get into the train yard from this area. It doesn't look like you can. Looks like it's all blocked out. I don't know if I like that. I think you should be able to get in the train yard from the back end, but I guess I've done it for a reason. Maybe they want to try and funnel people more to the middle of the map instead of just driving to the corners right at the beginning. Just looking around, it looks like there's a hill back there, but there's the red line there, so you can't actually get to that hill. And we'll just head over to the middle of the map, which looks like it's going to be this factory-looking thing. So many ways to go. This is going to be like a light tank paradise. Oh, gonna hang left. Lots of stuff to get hauled down behind, like these barricades here. And then there's a big, wide open space in the middle where you got some bombed out craters. Pretty sweet looking. You got a down plane, some more trolley cars. You got a big burning factory in the middle. This kind of reminds me of the as an Enemy at the Gates, that Stalingrad movie that had Jude Law playing Russian, and Ed Harris I think was in that one as well. Maybe not the most amazing movie, but it had some pretty good background stuff. They did a good job casting the buildings and building up the set and everything. So that's a pretty cool looking building. I'm always just popping my eyes up and looking at the frame rate, and it still looks like it's between 50 and 60 in a lot of these areas. Granted, there's no other tanks on screen, but it's a decent sign. I have a GTX 770, so let's see if I can maybe climb out of here. Probably not. I'm going to still try, though. Yes. Maybe. Maybe. No. We'll just give up on that. So it looks like there's some kind of pre-set up paths to get into the city center there, square. You can't necessarily just drive in wherever you want. Even though these big piles of rubble look like you could probably drive over them, the physics just don't allow you to do so. Oh, this area is just so cool. I wish you could get through a lot more of, like, it looks more open than it is. This is just a big sea. You can go to the right and then to the left, but you can't actually get out of there any other way because they've got so many rubble piles in there. But still, the map is still pretty open. And I still haven't run into fire ant. Which means if you get down to the nitty-gritty at the end and you can't find each other, you're probably going to need to cap. Boom. I wonder where he is. Not that I can kill him. I could ram him to death. Yeah, they got some trenches and stuff dug into the ground as well. I'm going to check some of the collision to see how easy it is to get stuck in here. I know in War Thunder, I've gotten into a couple trenches and got my tank stuck. But it looks like they've just kind of put, like, some kind of fakey collision in there. Because you can't really get stuck. Maybe here? No. Yeah, they've made it pretty stuck proof, which is good. It's not going to slow you down or bog you down. This tank doesn't have the best tracks in the world for driving over things, I don't think, but it's at least nice that they proofed a bit of that before they stuck this thing out there. One of the other neat things I ran into is the Scorpion, one of the super tester tanks, and I ran into the object something or other that was the IS-7 prototype. It was object 261, something like that. But it just kind of looks like a bigger, taller, kind of dopier version of the IS-7. Didn't look terrible, but it was also in HD, so it looked kind of pretty. Can you get through here? No. It really feels like you should be able to just kind of drive up over top of here. Oh, you can. You just got to hit it at the right angle. I don't know if I've picked the right tank to actually see if I can breach some of these areas. 1390 might have been a better choice, actually. The Batchat, well, good for certain things. Evidently not very good at traversing weird rubble piles and stuff. All in all, fairly impressed with this map. This is a lot more along the lines of what I'd like to see of maps going into the game. Big sandboxes, lots of different ways to go. You're not channeled into any particular way at all. Alright, so we're just going to wrap that up. This is my 10-minute pleasure cruise driving through the beautiful city of Stalingrad. Thank you, Stalin. Your most beautiful city.